south, or are you gonna run north? You're gonna run north. Of course you would. I am now interested to see where Spotify autoplay is gonna take me after Winds of Plague album ends. 'Cause this is a nostalgia trip and a half right here. The Impaler. Like a fucking berg. Peel away your flesh. Drain out your brain. Goddamn. I was always like dumbfounded that people could like do the growls and pig squeals in their music. It's like I can't make those noises. How the fuck even? How do you even? And then you realize you just have to like fully commit to make that shit happen. And the double bassing, just hits different. I just think it's interesting from like a vocal standpoint how you can go, how they can transition between such different ranges. Like you're going from that to right back to the standard lyrics. It's like if you yell, like I don't know, never really think about vocals much other than during metal music, I guess. Like outside of metal, vocals is just kind of like another instrument. I don't know. I guess in metal, I more how I'm listening to it is almost like it's another instrument because I don't really pay attention to lyrics very much. Like generally, it's just the noise and how it blends with everything else. The cadence of it, I don't know. You would think with how much time I spend listening to music, I would have learned a little bit more about it, but like the intricacies of everything, but we bailed on that. Once I realized I don't have the capacity to hold a drum roll, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to bail on this. We're gonna let the people who are good at it do it, and I will consume whatever they put out. Good, bad, or the ugly. Fuck it. Because you don't know until you know. You got to try it out. See if you like it. When people are suggesting music, like I'll fucking listen to whatever you suggest, honestly. There is a small asterisk if you're somebody I know and you suggest me something because I've just said that previous statement where it's like, oh, I'll listen to anything. Oh, well, let me find the shittiest song I possibly can. Okay, well, you're being a dick. But yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like there's a lot of I don't know, I guess blast metal. I don't know. Dark metal where it is just noise more or less. Like I can't tell what they're saying, but again, the cadence of their voice, the notes that they're hitting with everything else that's going on, it's like, yep, I fuck with this. Just never go look up the lyrics, because as soon as you do, it's like, oh, Well, that's fucked. All right, I didn't had no idea what they were saying. Some songs it does actually help because then you interpret it as you go. But just noise, just like everything else. Vocals is just another instrument of generating noise. I like noise. That's how I define my music taste. Yeah, I like noise. If they make noise, I'll listen to it. Might not like if things are like heavily focused on vocals, heavily focused on one particular aspect of it or not. It's just how it all blends together. And does it click? Goddamn savage, but real but true. See, and that's the other thing that's always kind of wild to me is like I listen to so much music, but I can't even imagine like having a conversation or listening to what some of these people would sound like in the day-to-day life. The most recent album was very good. I enjoyed their last album. They did a lot of like what is I don't, it's not a compilation. It's where they're working with other artists. Features with, I guess. I guess they're not. I mean, if you're the main band, what do you call that if you have somebody featured on your music? Words. Is it? It is just a feature. All right, I'm just overthinking shit. Average. See, this album though, this is one where I did like learn lyrics because this was again one of the blaring this with my 212s in the trunk with the double basses rolling at all times. It was just so good. It hit so well in the car. And then you have the breakdowns. My God, the fact that I didn't get in accidents is a miracle. Because the amount of headbanging done in that vehicle, holy shit. I did spend the extra $500 to get a sound system in that car. And goddamn, was it worth it. Because it made... That's really where we fell in love with double bassing. And just trying to find any music that... Just getting it faster and faster. So we're just looking for faster metal. And that's where we just started branching out to all the different random shit you find. It was always weird to me though, like the division between genres. I don't know. I guess it's just because I've never been like a loyalist in any capacity when it comes to music. Like I'm not dedicated and living my whole life for a single genre of music. Like I'm willing to listen to some more noise from some other genre. More than happy to. I always just remember, like, everyone ragging on what genre of music you like. I was like, I don't fucking know, man. Yeah, exactly, exactly. That's where like I just say I listen to metal. Like people have definitely come through asking like, "Oh, what do you call this?" I like this type of music. And it's like, man, I don't even know. Like you look at Daylist and how it names stuff is just weird. Yeah, yeah. I mean, before you had to. I mean, I guess it kind of made sense as to why people were so loyal is because you spent your hard-earned money to purchase an album, or having to specifically type into LimeWire what song and artist you wanted. So there was a little bit more effort to it as opposed to it just being always there and free. I miss radio. Like that's why I play Spotify all the time cuz I as much as I enjoy listening to certain artists and songs, I like the variety a lot as well. That's what honestly, as soon as Spotify brought in the AI DJ, that was game changing for me because it does try to bridge that gap a little bit more and give you a little bit more exposure than being in just your genre of music that you enjoy a majority of the time. Just because you enjoy it 99% of the time now doesn't mean that you might not like something different, you know? I mean, I guess electronic music as a whole was also one of those that was the bridge from metal to like heavy dubstep because they're both headbanging activities, heavy drops, things like that. I was always a chill step kind of guy back in early electronic days, early internet days. When you used to get your Netflix DVDs mailed to you, yeah, those were the chill step days. Fucking blackmail. When you wanted to give your neck a break. Dude, is Gamefly still a thing? I highly doubt Gamefly is an active company. You remember Gamefly? I remember Gamefly. Gone with instant downloads of video games. Never heard. It was a Netflix for video games, effectively. And I say it was a Netflix for video games because Netflix was ordering DVDs, not streaming. So you would be able to. It was like the Blockbuster model before they started mailing. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It was like you could rent games. Like you get like 3 discs at a time, and if you were bougie as fuck, you could get 3 discs at a time. It was just easier to go to Blockbuster and pick up a game to rent it for 3 days than it was to deal with GameFly. And that's the whole fucking reason that Blockbuster didn't sign on with Netflix in the beginning, and it all went downhill. Because GameFly had the right idea, but the problem is renting video games became a thing of the past because everything moved to digital. So, and you just cannot do that in this. You can't rent out games. You have Steam. I mean, Steam would make all of that irrelevant. And I mean, can you rent things on Steam? I don't know. I haven't logged into any Steam account in probably 10 years either. I've been I am loyal to RS, I guess is kind of what it is. I I guess I was just tired of spending money on things that don't really have any return. It's like it never really made sense to me. It always pissed me off that the life cycle of gaming is just wasting money in, you know, the Xbox days where you're going to spend $60. You either rent the game, which was the wise idea, but then you're on a time limit, and as in that stage of life, you know, you're not getting a whole lot of time with a game, and it would take a while to get through. So renting it wasn't feasible because then you also needed transportation to and from, and then somebody else to pay for it, or save up your monies, or you dedicate $60 to a game. I was like, fuck, I gotta spend $60 on this? Like, I'm gonna get a lot of action out of this for $60. I'm gonna play the shit out of this. And it was like, oh, I could spend $5 a month on RuneScape? Yeah, I'll spend $60 for a whole year of a game? Like, holy shit, yeah. Dude, I'm down. And I was hooked from RuneScape ever since $5 a month for membership. I was like, yup, my hobby cost me $60 a year. How much does your hobby cost you, huh? Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, it's neat to be able to. I don't know. It's just like, look at me in RuneScape. Like, I'm collecting items in my POH that I will literally never use, but number go up. It's a collection, and collections come in all forms, all shapes and sizes, and for some, it's a Steam library. For others, it's a physical games. Others like books. Some like cars. Some people like experience in a game. Like, you know, it's just everyone's just hoarding in some capacity. It's just what do you want? What do you want to collect? The hunter-gatherer. We just keep gathering shit. Even if we don't need it. Even if you don't need it, you're still gonna think, I need this. And go for it. And sometimes that's okay. Sometimes that's okay. Depending on what your addiction and what you're attempting to collect is. See, like, I had a roommate, this fucking guy. Every goddamn time I think about him, I just get angry. Just because of the wastefulness of his existence. There's really no other way to put it. It just pissed me off in every capacity. So you know that life cycle of games I was talking about? If you spend $60 to play a game? Yeah, dude, this guy would buy a game and within a week sell it back and have put in like 2 or 3 hours. It's like, you know, that's fine. You know, we all do that once in a while. You splurge a little bit, have some fun. It's fine until it impacts me. Like, as soon as it impacts somebody else, then it starts to come into question. Because I'm gonna watch you spend $500 a week, throwing it in the fucking drain, and then you're gonna tell me you don't have $400 for rent? You can actually go fuck yourself. You're lucky I don't break your goddamn kneecaps for being such a piece of shit. Needless waste for no reason. Yup. That's also reduced rent because I'm the one who had to sign the lease to help them be able to afford to live because they're in such poverty, because this guy's being such a dumb cunt with his money. It's like, oh man, I can never get ahead. Well, if you would fucking put the controller down and stop buying a goddamn game every 3 fucking days, you might actually do something with your fucking life instead of, oh man. On top of that, I'm gonna smoke a pack a day and eat fast food and purchase 3 energy drinks a day and then bitch and moan that, oh man, it's tough. You know what's tough is you not being a fucktard, because holy shit, you are brain dead as a motherfucker, man. You are, good luck, good luck. Like, survival of the fittest, man. I can't, you're beyond help. Like, you've gotta want to figure this shit out. And if I'm not gonna be the one to guide you through it, prioritize your shit. Yeah, like, I don't know. I'm boring, you know. Like, I would prefer the boring as opposed to the fruitless, the just wastefulness. I don't know. Like, it makes me just, I don't know, angry as fuck, unreasonably angry at the wastefulness of some people. And then the audacity to bitch and moan about it. Like, you literally shot yourself in the face with a shotgun, point blank, survived, and then you're going to complain. Like, oh my god. Your ex-housemate refused to pay rent, owes you 16K, but had plenty of cash to smoke weed every hour. Yup. See, that guy, yeah, Finance King, that is a rough one. I also had an ex-housemate, roommate, who, not quite 16K, but that bitch didn't pay rent for 3 months. And that shit added up to like 5K, and just, that ended up being one of those that it was like, yeah, I'm just gonna dissolve this lease and get the fuck out of here. Like, I know when to call it a day, so I can't be fucked with this anymore. As nice as it would be to take you to court, I know your bitch ass don't have money if you did. Like, yeah, no. It's not worth the effort. It's not worth the time. Chalk it up as a loss and fucking move on with life. Jesus fucking Christ, yeah, that's... Yeah, that would be... That would be a very... That would need to be a legal situation at the point. It's like, you are in... You're not welcome here. What are you doing? Isn't this like invasion? What are you... No, that's breaking and entering at this stage. Jesus Christ. Yeah, man, the nightmare nightmare fuel. Yeah, that is the whole reason I purchased this house. It was like, you know, I am done living with people. It was 10 years of roommates and switching roommates every like 6 to 12 months. I was lucky if I had anyone who was reasonable for more than a year. It was like, I can't. Done, but then a friend offered 2K a month to live. Yeah. I mean, see that. It again just kind of comes down to that. That actually would be pretty reasonable. It would be pretty reasonable. I might change my mind if somebody offered me 2K a month for to like live in the basement here. But my main criteria is I just don't deal with drama, man. Like I'm fucking socially retarded. I don't know how to deal with shit, I guess. I don't without being a dick about it the majority of the time. Like I can't sit here and listen to self-made problems a lot of like I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. A roof over your head, food in your belly. It's a good day. Bills is paid. We live that hermit life, though. It's always been the way. I'm gonna call that there. I hit the bank and withdraw a stamina. What you been working on over there, Mr. King? Still just bouncing back and forth between, what was it, BA and CMs, I'm guessing? Oh shit. We going to church, folks. We going to church. Okay, throwing in boss there now. Sweet. Yes, it is the way. It is the way. It's the luxury of the post-max gear. Right. I mean, at this point, you're probably just missing mostly pets and jars, right? Well, as far as Slayer bosses, how many Slayer boss pets are you at? I guess fortunately and unfortunately, I'm at like, I think the only Slayer pets I've really got is Kraken and Hydra, so I still have, you know, Sire, Serb, some Jad, KQ, Grotesque Guardians. Like I can. Oh, you have all of the task only ones. I see. Yeah, that's starting to whittle down that list a bit. Oh wait, fuck! I have a farm run that I need to do. A purple paste run. Yeah, I'll be fine. Damn. Arva and DK. That is a very small pool. Yikes. How's Arma been? Assuming that you're not just avoiding Arma and you are actually sending it when you get it. Oh, I didn't even withdraw. Oh, it just goes straight to their next album. I see. This is the song I was thinking of earlier. The little ting gets you every time. I must just